Hi, I'm Kate Ward, and this is your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip. It's winter, and while we have indoor houseplant maintenance doing things like giving us oxygen and all that all year round, there are some things that you could be doing so that you could garden in the house in the winter. That's going to do a lot for your plants to keep them looking their tip-top. Now, it's important to maybe wait to do this as days begin to lengthen in the winter. And the reason is because as we're going where the days are getting shorter and shorter and shorter, then plants are kind of going like, I'm gonna go to sleep, there's not a lot of light, just call me in the spring. Oh, what? We're starting to wake up as those day lengths increase. So that's a good time to maybe go through and trim and or transplant some of your house plants. But speaking to the trimming, who do we do? Well, every time we trim, we encourage new growth. So trimming can be anything from something broke to I want to shape it, to there's some dead leaves, I need to get it out of there, trim it out. So let's look at a couple of those. Now this is a little croton, and we transplanted it, it's young, and that's right, I cut off this whole pretty part. And the reason is because I want it to think about branching. It doesn't look quite pretty, it looked like a stick in a pot. Well, I don't want a stick in a pot, I want a nice full bush. So by lopping that off, what I get is I'm going to tell the plant to start growing. Hey little buds, what's up? Let's branch, let's grow. And now, because day lengths are increasing, we can go ahead, it's a good time to do that. And you can see that's a woody shrub, so think about trimming your bushes outside, you don't have a problem. Why worry about it inside? So the other thing we can do is something like this. This is a jasmine, and jasmines are kind of weird. They kind of go, woo, what's up, man? Well, okay, that's fun, we like it. Here's some old flowers. But let's even you out just a little bit. We like the woo, but not too much woo. So you can see there's a long part and some leaves, and there's a long part and some leaves. The long part is called the internode, right? Because it's between the growth nodes. Woohoo! Internode, growth node, internode. So inter, right, in between. So we just want to trim right above where we want it to grow. So growth node, internode. I want it to be shorter. I'm going to trim right above that. Boop. Yep. Oh, Kate, you cut off some flowers. I know, but I did it for shape. They'll grow back. We still have some more over there. But you can see, just with some light trimming, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this bush overall better shape. Sometimes it's called pinching because in older days, or you probably still do it, I know I do, you actually literally on this soft tissue, you can pinch it with your fingernail and take it off. So it's pinching back that growth to make it come back. So we're gonna get that bush to branch. Every time I trim, remember I said it encourages new growth, that's gonna wanna branch out and give me a bushier plant. Here's a great example, one more. So I have three things here. This is a rubber plant, all right? So you can see it had a break here, it's a little tall, some short. So if I wanted to even this out, I could do that. I could go ahead and trim above those internodes. Now on a rubber plant like this one, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get this sap, and if you go ahead and look it up, you'll find out why they used to call it rubber plant. Hint, has to do something with this sap. So, but remember that, you might get some sap. Some people on certain plants are a little sensitive to some of the sap, so if you're a sensitive soul, go ahead, doesn't hurt you to put some gloves on. But now we have this thing, and it might drip a little bit, or it might not. Don't worry about it. So I like this one, I like the overall shape. What happens from there? Well, this is one I did earlier, and you can see sap's gone, it's healed over or sort of hardened off, the white sap stopped dripping, it's not doing much. But these little joints, this is one that I've done a few weeks ago, and you see where those little dots were? Now all these, this is all that new growth. So in response to that trimming, what I'm gonna get is a nice, fuller, manageable size bush for the house. Very cool. Real quick, long, something like the ferns. Look at, isn't it so pretty? So you look under here. Fern, what have you been doing? So this is easy to just pull out. Take it to the sink. Take it to the bathtub. Yeah, where you can make a mess. Don't take it outside, it's cold out. Don't do that. But you can get rid of all this. It's under here. It's perfectly healthy. The reason it's all shaded out under there is because, hey, I just said it, it's shaded out. So it doesn't need the leaves underneath here anymore. So we can get rid of them. And then it'll grow these nice fronds and look much fuller. And finally, for the piece de resistance, you have something like this, right? And this is a China doll. Oh, it's got brown leaves. It's okay. just go ahead, just like the fern, you can go in here and just clean out some of them. That's all. It's just saying, hey, I don't need all this growth as a plant in here, so I'm gonna get rid of this internal stuff that's not doing me any good. So those are just some things that you can do to get your green on this winter. And this has been your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip.